Hey there, and welcome to the wonderful world of Annapolis. What you're looking at here is Bat Creek, our favorite place to anchor. It's tight anchoring here, and if you watched our recent vlog, we showcased how to use a secondary anchor to kind of make the tight anchoring really doable. Today I want to talk to you about an electrical project that I have to do. We're gonna do it like right now. But let me show you this secondary anchor. This baby is a beast. I think it holds better than the Mantis, which I've never had a problem with. But this is a beast. Look at this anchor. So just for you know, size-wise, there's the size. It's up to my waist. It's designed for 45 feet boats. You might recognize the design. It's all aluminum. It's just like a Fortress, but it's a Lewman. A few small design differences, but mostly the same. We had it a zero scope. Literally, we were right on top of the anchor, and even the engine couldn't pull it up. We had to sit there and just let it for about 5 to 10 minutes. It just was bobbing and the weight of the boat pulling on it. Zero scope, that means literally we can position wherever we want it. And we had it at about a 3-to-1 during a front to keep the boat off of these docks behind me. Very nice marina there, what's it called? Annapolis Landing Marina. Nice people, Dusty and Peter and Peter's dog. Anyway, enough of the secondary anchor. The project I want to show you is here. Mocha is right on top of it. What we're going to do, we're going to open up this locker that's under this seat. It's a watertight locker. And that's where we keep our lithium battery bank and all of our electrical charging. Now I'm going to warn you, we haven't opened it in a few months, so it's going to be dirty. I don't know how it gets dirty in there, so dusty. Here we go, you ready? I'll leave this piece of foam in here just to prevent any accidental, you know, shortages. If something falls on there, you drop a wrench or whatnot. Here's our lithium bank. 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries hooked in parallel, and our solar charge controllers here. Okay. This is our positive positive bus bar. It's where all of the, pretty much all the red wires connect here and bring the incoming current into the battery banks, or draw the current from the banks, you know. So this is an A&L fuse. So any type of shortages, it's a 250, I think it's 250 amps. Major shortages, it'll blow before the wires burn, the big wires, the cables. Today's project, I'm adding another solar charge controller. And that's to account for the 400 watts that we added just a few days ago. We're going to have 3 strings of solar panels, and that is the this light is really bright. That's better. Sorry about that. 150 watt circuit, a 190 watt circuit, and the new 400 watt circuit. That's our 3 phases of solar that we currently have, and right now we need a 3rd charge controller. Now let me just mention a little bit about that. A lot of people will buy the 100 volt 30 amp, or I don't know if they make it 50 amp, and just put all their solar on one. Here's what I've learned. In an ideal world, you'd have 1 charge controller per panel, literally. That's overkill and impractical to do. But we have learned, due to shading and more importantly, angle of the sun, you want to kind of set your solar arrays per charge controller. So if you have an eastern array, it needs to be on its own controller compared to a western array, you know, slope of the Bimini or whatnot. Because that angle of sun can cut your charging down by 50, 80% even. And right now it's fall and just the sky, so we're above the 30th parallel. The sun is going to the southern hemisphere, so we're talking about 60 degrees. At a minimum, we're losing 60 degrees of sun angle, and we're not getting a whole lot of solar charging as a result. Compared to being in the Bahamas, that sun angle is higher. And so ultimately, if you can maximize the angle of the sun based on solar charges, the actual controllers, I really recommend doing it. Let me show you what we got on Amazon, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say charge controller. This is today's project. What we have here, these are new circuit breakers I'm putting in to the system. I've got inline 30 amp, I've got 3 of them here. Inline 30 amp circuit breakers. I think these are really cool. So these circuit breakers are going to be where the solar panels come in and out to the charge controllers, so we can turn them off, or if there's some type of short from the charge controller or on the solar panel, this will break the circuit. I like it. I'll show you where I'm going to put those in the system here. Currently I've got these, I think they're 10 gauge wires coming in and coming out directly to the bus bar. So these circuit breakers are going to line up here, and we're going to go into the circuit breaker out to the charge controller. So I'll put 3 of them here, and that will, should have been done at the beginning. We've been a little unsafe about that. Matter of fact, could have burnt the boat down because of that. Should have done that at the beginning. There's my confession. We're doing it now though. And there's a story behind why we didn't do it, and that was based on when we purchased the original solar panels, the advice just wasn't up to par. And our knowledge wasn't up to par. So let's see what one more thing we got for the project today. Uh-oh. Where's my solar charge controller?
Is it in those boxes that you had? Did you buy it previously?
I think I bought it previously. The charge controller. Thought that'd be in the unwrapping here for your video today. This is pretty good wire. I've already purchased some. I'm buying more. It's off of Amazon. Brand using Chinese manufacturing, Bouge RV. Anyway, what I found about their PV wiring is it is good quality. And so this is good wire for sun exposure. And I'm going to use this to complete to add a new wire run for my 400 watt panels. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you anymore with these details. These are nice waterproof fittings. We'll do all that in a full episode on how to set it up. Just wanted to share with you how we're updating our solar setup, and how we're doing our charge controllers, which I think is a big learning that we've had that you just don't get by reading online and shopping around for these things. And these are going to be really cool. I'll update you in a few weeks to let you know if these things are actually worth it. Sometimes you buy things and they rust. I mean, we got little brass fittings here. We'll let you know how these things fare over the next few weeks and months. That's it. If you have any questions or tips down below in the comments, let's chat about it. Apart from that, thanks for watching.